The filming for Game of Thrones Season 7 is wrapped up in Spain, while the filming in Northern Ireland will finish up this week. Then they will take some time off until New Year, and the filming will resume in 2017 and will go on until February. I already announced the most likely premiere date for Season 7. You can watch it from the links in the end of this video. It's safe to say we have around 6 months of wait left now. So, in the meantime, while we wait for more news, photos, and Season 7 premiere, I'll make some viewers request videos. So, if you want me to make a video on something, all you have to do is tell us in the comments. As Ron Brown said, these videos help with the Game of Thrones withdrawal syndrome. Well, it helps me with these months of waiting too. So, let's speculate together and discuss our theories until Season 7 arrives. If you're also a Shadowhunters, The Walking Dead, Teen Wolf, The 100, The Magicians, or The Vampire Diaries fan, we have good news for you. I'll discuss my theories and post my reviews about them soon. So, let's move on to today's request. Sean Killackey said, I have a request. It's based on something David and Dan said at an interview in Sun Valley. They said they have already decided who will sit on the Iron Throne at the end of the game. Then what they did was to work back from that point to see how the character would win and develop the show. As the end is getting close, I'd like to see a couple of videos from you on the topic, one for the favorite and one for the long shot. After that we can comment on agree or disagree with favorite and then the same for the long shot. It's time to place our bets, I think. Indeed it is. So, as per your request, Sean, in this video, I'll discuss my favorite character I'd like to see sitting on the Iron Throne in the end. I'll post the second part of your request for the long shot in another video soon. Okay, I'll be honest with you. My favorite character is Arya Stark, but I can't see her sitting on the Iron Throne. She doesn't have the patience that is needed to rule the Seven Kingdoms, and she won't be happy with it. I also don't think the Iron Throne will be destroyed in the end, at least not in the books, because it seems like the easiest solution. It seems like the perfect ending, and we know George Martin enough to know he won't do what people expect most. It might happen in the show, but definitely not in the books. I know George likes to surprise us, but he also likes to leave clues like breadcrumbs in the story. If you'll pay enough attention, if you'll follow it, you can see where it's going. For example, the Tower of Joy scene. There are little hints dropped everywhere which pointed to R plus L equals J. Even in the show, when Ned sees Arya fighting with Syrio, he remembers Lyanna fighting with him. Similarly, there was another hint that I noticed. After Ned's beheading, when Sansa sees Janos Slynt, she wishes that some hero will throw him down and will cut off his head. But then she thinks there are no heroes. But later, a hero does throw Janos Slynt down and cuts off his head. Yes, it's Jon Snow. I think it's another hint that he is the main hero in this Song of Ice and Fire. As I explained in my Who is the Prince That Was Promised video, where I made a chart of the prophecies which proved that Jon is more likely to be Azor Ahai and Daenerys is more likely to be the prince that was promised. You can watch that video from the links in the descriptions below. So, in the end, I'll tell you my top 3 choices for the Iron Throne. My first choice is Jon Snow. I know the show Jon isn't as smart as the book Jon. I'm rooting for the book Jon to be the king. It feels like it was his destiny to fight the Night King. Every moment in his life was leading him to the current position of power he is in right now. Now that he is the king in the north, he will stand between the White Walkers and the rest of the Seven Kingdoms. He even dreamt once of fighting the dead men. In the dream, Jon was armored in black ice and his blade burned red in his fist. We know that the Targaryens can have prophetic dreams. What if it was just that? What if the black ice armor meant death? That he had to die and come back to become the hero Melisandre was looking for? Because every time Melisandre looked into the flames for a glimpse of Azor Ahai, she only saw Jon Snow's face and heard his name. As for the Lightbringer, as I explained in my Who Will Jon Sacrifice to Create Lightbringer video, I think it is Longclaw, which will start burning again through a sacrifice. Another option could be Sir Arthur Dayne's sword, Dawn. This brilliant idea came from a discussion with Northern XY. He said that it could have been a comet or a meteor. It is said that Dawn is made from the heart of a fallen star. When Azor Ahai drove Lightbringer into Nisa's heart, The face of the moon cracked due to her cry of anguish and ecstasy. It might mean there was a comet in the sky that day. So, dawn could be a meteor. Dawn can also be seen as a sign for the start of a new day. It can be symbolic for ending the long night. The only problem is that only a knight of House Jane who is deemed worthy is allowed to use the sword. And in that dream, John saw himself fighting with Longclaw. So I'll put my money on Longclaw. What about you? That said, I'm not saying that John will sit on the Iron Throne. In fact, it's the opposite. I'm pretty sure that John will not sit on the Iron Throne. I think he will die in the end because he's the main hero of this story, and we know how George loves to kill them. So, my second option would be Tyrion, especially if he is the third head of the dragon or a Targaryen. I used to think he is not, but recent events made me rethink this theory. A dragon had let Tyrion touch him. I didn't think of it much at that time, but now I think it could mean something. He also knows how to deal with the politics of King's Landing, and he actually likes ruling, so he'd be perfect for this. My third choice for the Iron Throne would be Bran. We already saw how well he did with the Lords when Robb was off fighting war. And now that he is the three-eyed raven, he could always learn from the past kings. He can look back in the past to see what they did, or he could look in the future to see how his decision might affect everything. He will have hundreds of kings' experiences with him. So, these were my three choices for the Iron Throne. My next viewer's request is by Tristan Williams. I'll post a Jon and Daenerys predictions video soon. So, what are your top 3 choices for the Iron Throne? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. If you like this video, please click on the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.